What's up everybody, this is Adam with Everyday Retro Gaming. On this episode we're going to review MotorStorm Arctic Edge for the PlayStation Portable. I will admit I played this on my PlayStation TV, so this is outputted at 1080i. If you have the option to play MotorStorm Arctic Edge on a PlayStation TV, that is the way to go, especially with a DualShock 4 controller. Next I would say play it on the PsP Go with a DualShock 3, then the PlayStation Portable 2000, and then possibly the PlayStation 2 version. I've played all of these, and I feel like the PlayStation TV with the DualShock 4 is the best, and second would be the PlayStation Go with the DualShock 3. The PlayStation 2 version is fine, but something about the controls just feel off, and the port probably could have been a little bit better. There's not really much of a story to Arctic Edge, other than the fact that you're, I think, in Antarctica, and racing in the snow. That's about it. MotorStorm is like your typical racers. The more you race, the more tracks you unlock, the more skins you unlock, and the more cars you unlock. The better you do in each race, the higher the score you get at the end of it. There's 3 types of races that you can compete in: speed, time ticker, and normal racing. I prefer normal racing compared to speed and time ticker. Speed is probably my least favorite, mostly because some races feel like it's trial and error. And there's some moments in time ticker where you think you might be able to come out ahead and you just barely miss the mark. There's a plethora of cars to choose from as you do your races. You got your rally car, you got your snow plugger this time around instead of the mud plugger. You got a snowcat, you got your big rigs, you got your bikes, ATVs, snow machines. I'm guessing snowmobile is copyrighted? I have no idea. And then you got your buggy car, which makes for 8 cars total. Some of the races have a bonus star that you can achieve, whether it being 10 seconds in first place or beating a certain race time. These stars unlock new races. There's 8 ranks total. With so many races I refuse to count them all, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like the biggest flaw to MotorStorm Arctic Edge is the difficulty. At the beginning it's just too easy. You tend to pull ahead and you never see the racers ever again. Towards ranks 4 and 5 it gets a little bit more difficult, but still very easy. Once you get to rank 6 the difficulty ramps up quite a bit. Certain cars get very aggressive towards you, tend to block off your path, and try to take you out as many times as possible. It gets pretty frustrating once you start hitting those higher races. I wish they had a few more ranks that would kind of ease you into it. The graphics to MotorStorm Arctic Edge are pretty dang good. It's pretty impressive that this runs so well on the PlayStation Portable. Sometimes wrecks look intense. Other times they look pretty pathetic. The weather effects are done nicely. There's certain points where you can honk your horn and cause an avalanche, which makes it very difficult to drive through, which still doesn't seem to bog down the PlayStation Portable with all the intense effects going on. Whoever picked the songs this time around for MotorStorm Arctic Edge did a fantastic job. I think I only blocked about half the songs. The other half of the songs are pretty dang memorable. They got great songs from the bands like Pendulum, and some other bands that I don't know. I'd love to play them for you, but I'd probably get copyrighted strike to hell and back. At one point, MotorStorm Arctic Edge was online. I can only assume the servers have been taken down. You can still play this over ad hoc though. Whether your friend has a PlayStation TV or a PSP, you can play together. Actually, I think it'd be kind of fun to get 4 PlayStation TVs together and play some 4-player MotorStorm Arctic Edge LAN. Overall, I think MotorStorm Arctic Edge is a great game. It has got great controls, great graphics, and an awesome soundtrack to go with it. I think the biggest problem is the difficulty. I would definitely give this game a playthrough at least up to the point where it gets frustrating. Once you start getting agitated with how hard it is, I'd probably set it down and play something else. There's plenty of other better MotorStorms out there, 1, 2, or 3, 2 being the best in my opinion. So ultimately, I feel like this game does not deserve a full playthrough just because of how hard it gets. If you're unable to play it with a DualShock 4 or 3 controller, it's just that much more difficult. That little nubby joystick on the PSP just doesn't do the game justice. Alright everybody, hope you like this retro review. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more of this content. Stay safe, stay retro, find the games you're looking for, and we'll see you all next time. Later.